Facebook and Instagram. So we are streaming right now on all platforms, streaming live. All right. So today, y'all, what I wanted to talk about, I actually want to show y'all this clip, man. This clip from Batman is like one of the ones that I absolutely love, and I think we've had a conversation about this before, but I think it's very important that we revisit this conversation, and I want to actually approach this conversation from a different angle. So let's look at it. Sancho, what up? Yeah, can you not hear the audio?
No.
Damn. Busting my bubbles. All right, hold on. Let me change my audio. Hey, settings, audio. Yep, 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 yep. Uh, can you hear it now?
Yes.
Huh?
Looks like it just went out again. I can't hear anything.
Again, man. Why is it? I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on. Let me go back, back. This joint is killing me. It's actually busting my groove right now. Zoom settings, audio. What's up, y'all? I promise I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Yep, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right. Let me. All right. Let me try this again. Let me try this again. Can you hear it now? Can you hear it now? I can't hear y'all because the audio is. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Y'all didn't hear the audio there, right?
Nope.
No.
No. Oh my goodness. All right. Hold on. Let me. Oh, there it is. That's why. V mic from StreamYard. All right. Y'all should be able to hear it now. Hold on. All right. Now can you hear it?
Right.
No.
Bro, you're blowing me, Zoom. Hold on. Let me check my loop back. Let me check my loop back. Skip. Want that? Yep. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Pass through. Elgato is passing through. I don't know what's wrong with this. Hold on. Actually, might have a little workaround. All right, let me see if this works. Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We was able to hear that, right? Get that, everything. Yes. Loved it. Hey, don't worry about what I got going over here. What's going on, y'all? All right, so look, what's up, boo? You cold? Okay, we can turn the heat up someday. I hope you do it after this. All right. So in this movie, y'all, this is like one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite scenes, one of my favorite clips. And I know the saying is, in order to succeed, your desire for success has to be greater than your fear of failure. But I wanna approach that a little bit different today. I actually wanna approach it from the angle of probably the reason that we find certain things challenging is because we are not using our fear to propel us. We're using our fear to actually stop us. Like, meaning in this clip, it was so interesting to me because this clip is literally a whole 45-minute presentation, but I'm not gonna go over the whole 45-minute presentation. In this clip, y'all, he literally said, he's trying to climb out of this. Any of y'all saw Dark Knight Rises 2012 when it came out or thereafter? Yeah, man, it's like such an amazing, like this is when like I really got hip to like Batman, and I was like, yo, like this joint is absolutely amazing. And so what I saw was just that, like, his fear, he wanted him to climb out, and he kept trying to climb out with this rope. And we noticed that when he did it with the rope, he tried it 2 times and he failed. And essentially, basically what that was saying to me was a lot of times we try to do stuff, but we have like this safety net that protects us just in case we fail. Like, just in case I fail, I still have my job. And sometimes that's the reason why we don't go hard as we should, because we still have our job. Like imagine if you didn't have your job, how hard you would actually go at this thing called entrepreneurship, at this a skill, this talent, this gift that you have. You would go extremely hard if you didn't have the security of having that 9 to 5 every single day and knowing that, you know what, I'm going to have this money coming in. Like, we would probably work a little bit harder. We probably work a little bit more strategic. We probably make those phone calls in spite of having failures in those phone calls. We would literally move in spite of fear because this was all that we had. Y'all, in the movie Batman, the guy says, how can you live without the greatest motivator there is, that of fearing death? How can you push forward if you don't have that fear of somebody killing you? You know what happens when you got your back up against the wall? What happens? Like when you got that back up against the wall, man, because there ain't nowhere to go now. Like, there's literally nowhere to go. You got your back up against the wall, and at this point, all you can do is try to fight your way out. Y'all, what I'm saying is we have to get our business, we have to get our lives to all we have right now is a fight. And going into the new year, the only thing you have is the fight for the thing that you want, the fight for the thing that you love, the fight for getting better, not just with your entrepreneurial business, but for your mental health, for your physical health, for your nutrition, for your spiritual health, for your financial health. Because all of those things, like, at some point when your back's against the wall, you're going to start fighting. But I think one of the reasons why I know I'm not fighting, my back's not against the wall right now. And I got to change that. I got to change it. I got to start saying to myself, this is it. This is my last year. This is the only year that I have left. This year right here to make all of this happen. And I got to start moving out of the fear that I don't want to be stuck here for the rest of my life. None of us want to be stuck doing something that we have to do. We want to be stuck doing the things that we want to do. We want to be stuck doing the things that we get to do, not the things that we have to do. We got to start looking and approaching fear on a different level. And we got to start saying to ourselves, yo, I got to start moving because fear is pushing me to move. And when I move, I got to make sure that I'm doing it without something that's holding me, without this security, without this safety net. Eric Thomas got this speech where he talks about the guy walking on a tightrope. And you know how you see the guy on a tightrope and he's got the long thing in his arms and he's doing like this, right? And he's walking and he's taking his time. He's like, but sometimes he said, if you got a net up underneath you, he's like, I don't got no respect for you. Y'all remember the person who walked across Niagara Falls with the with the balance beam? He walked all the way across Niagara Falls.
Yep, couldn't be me.
Hey, listen, couldn't be me.
Look, craziness.
Let me see, Niagara Falls tightrope. Let me see. There it is. My man walked across. Come on. See, if you look behind him, he's got a little wire back there so that just in case he falls, he got something that's still going to protect him and something that's still going to save his life. Y'all, a lot of times we don't move because we still got something that's going to protect us and something that's going to save us if we happen to fall. But if we literally take away these things, and we looked at it in the Batman movie, he took away the rope. He said, do it as the child did it. He's like, huh? It's like, wait, a child was one of the people that jumped over this. And you know why? Because when we're children, we are naive enough to believe that we can do almost anything. It's only when we start, kids have very little fear. Like my son, like we literally gotta like close the basement door when I go downstairs or when we go downstairs because he got that walker. And my bro is going to come down them steps in that walker 100%. He started climbing up the steps. He don't got no fear climbing up them steps, but he has no idea how to get back down though. He ain't got no idea how to get back down, but he got that. He got that. Let me climb the steps. So like literally this morning, I had to put him in his in his playpen or ask my daughter. I'm like, so I need you to watch him real quick so he don't climb up these steps because he literally has no fear. It's only when we become adults that we start to say, you know what, I got to start moving a little bit more cautious, a little bit more out of fear. He said, I need you to do it like the child did it. Do it like the child did it without the rope. So that you can be motivated to say, you know what, if this don't work, it's going to kill me. Y'all, if my business don't work, it's going to kill me. Maybe not physically, but internally. If this business does not work, like if I don't make this thing happen, it's going to kill me because this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is what I want to do with my time every single day. But I'm not moving out of fear. I'm not really moving out of fear, y'all. I'm moving real comfortable. And I don't want to go into the new year moving extremely comfortable. I got to do this work. I got to put in these hours. I got to read these books. I got to listen to these podcasts. I got to listen to these interviews. I got to go and get the information because I know the information is the thing that's going to help me continue to grow. So I got to read every single day. I've been doing good with that. I got to work out every single day. I've been doing good with that recently. I got to make sure that I'm listening to podcasts every single day. I do that every single morning on my way into work. Every Sunday, I know the hot seat comes out. Every single Thursday, I know the Social Proof podcast comes out. I know what time they come out. All of those different things, y'all. Every single day, I got to move out of fear because my fear is right now that I'm going to be trapped into this job longer than I want to be. And I don't want to be here forever. Anybody here want to work their job forever? Maybe you got a nice job.
No.
Listen, you better start. Listen, you better start moving like that job is stealing your time right now. That job is stealing hours and years of your life. I'm afraid to be in my job for the rest of my life. I'm afraid that I'm afraid that I won't be able to live the life that I desire to live and to be able to take off for the whole month of January and the whole month of February and move somewhere where it's sunny at and I can do my work there somewhere where I can escape this cold weather for the wintertime. I'm afraid that that's not going to be able to happen, but I'm not moving like that's a possibility. Y'all, we got to start moving like we don't want to be where we at. We got to start moving like we don't want to be where we at. And I listened to this guy. There was this video and he was talking about the difference between being interested, being committed, and being obsessed. And you got to gauge your level of commitment to your project, to your life. Are you interested? Are you committed? Or are you obsessed? There's a distinct difference between each one of these different levels. I think interested is just when you like, I'm interested in playing the piano. I'm certainly not committed to it. I do it when I feel like it. We can't just do our business when we feel like it. We can't just work out when we feel like it. We can't just read when we feel like it. Like we got to be obsessed. The only response to what we want to do is obsession. And when you obsess, like you ever run into somebody and be like, yo, this all you talk about. Oh my gosh, you want to talk about this again? Damn, I really don't want to talk about this no more. But this is all they know. Everything leads back to the thing that they're obsessed about. Because this is all they know. This is all they talk about. Any of y'all ever seen that kid, or you got that kid who just dribbled the basketball all day? All they doing is dribbling the basketball. All they doing is dribbling the basketball. And you just got to say, put that goddamn basketball down. Let's stop dribbling that basketball in my goddamn house. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear that goddamn basketball no more. Put that shit down. I'm sick of it. That's it.
That was me as a kid.
Listen, you gotta be obsessed with this joint, yo. You gotta be like, we gotta gauge our level of commitment. Sometimes, yo, we gotta stop moving like we interested. That we just interested. When you obsessed with that girl, when you obsessed with that woman, when you obsessed with that man, what you gonna do? You gonna make sure you gonna make sure everything that you do, I'm moving the right way because I'm obsessed. If you just interested, you like, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? They're gonna WYD you all day. Why you keep sending me the text WYD? What you doing? I'm doing the same thing that I was probably doing yesterday or a couple minutes ago when you asked me. Start asking me something else. I need you to at least make that commitment. Y'all remember the story about the bacon and the eggs, right? The chicken was interested in being a part of this meal. The pig was committed. The pig had to give it all up. He had to give his whole life to make this meal happen. The ultimate sacrifice. He said, you know what? I'm going to make the ultimate sacrifice and I'm going to commit 100% to this thing. Are you committed 100%? And when you decide to make that commitment, you got to say, you know what? There's nothing that is going to keep me or that is going to stop me from having this thing. I'm literally dedicated to this action and towards achieving this goal that I have, regardless of the challenges that I'm going to have to face. But here's what I don't want you to do. And here's what I think we do sometimes. We literally underestimate the amount of stuff we're going to have to go through in order to accomplish something. Like you ever been doing this and been like, dang, I didn't know it was going to be this hard. Dang, I didn't know it was going to be this much. I was talking to a kid today. I said, what you want to do? I want to be a professional soccer player. Okay. And how much education you think you're going to need? I mean, probably just high school and that's it. You think so? So when you're making $1 million a year, $2, $3, $4, $5 million a year, you think that all you need is a high school education. That's what you think. So when you're a professional, do you think you're a business or you work for someone? He said, work for someone. I said, wrong. You got it wrong already, my friend. You're a business. You're a business. You need a nutritionist. Who's going to pay that nutritionist? You need a stylist. You need media training. You need a physical trainer. You need an agent. Who do you think going to pay all of these people? You. And when you become a millionaire, when you become successful, now you got millionaire problems. You can't just have you can't operate out of a thousandaire mentality with millions of dollars. You're gonna find yourself broke. I said, listen, kid, you're a business 100%. You're a business 100%. Y'all, I don't want us to be committed no more. I want us to be obsessed. Obsessed. Y'all know that we all know the saying, if you want to take the island, you got to burn the ships, right?
Yep.
If you want to, if you want to do what you want to do, you're going to have to burn the ships. Meaning there's no other way. Meaning there's no other plan. This is the plan. If we're doing anything, what we're doing is we're adding to the plan. We're adding to the plan. So we got to change how we see our level of commitment. And the way that we do that, y'all, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. We got to change our mindset and how we look at our situation. Here's how we do that. Number one, we got to get clear on our vision. Who knows what their next step is? What are we working on right now?
Finishing curriculum.
Mine is paying for the clothing. Paying for the
Yep.
I am doing curriculums and YouTube.
Okay. What's the plan for the curriculum, Josh? Like how much of the curriculum are we doing daily, weekly, and when do we anticipate this curriculum being done?
I'm currently trying to fast track the curriculum, and I would like to get it done by the end of the year or next month. Been working on it at least every other day, and the plan is to I have a speaking engagement on the 7th with some youth, and so I'm going to use some of the tools from the curriculum to get some video footage and show a little bit of that off for social and stuff, and then be able to start contacting schools and possibly do workshop with the curriculum, and then see if I can shop it around for the next beginning of the next school year.
Okay, I like it. So here's what I want us to think about too. As we're committing to these things, we got to make sure that we are changing our language and how we talk about them. Because how we talk about them is going to dictate and determine the action that we take on them, right? So instead of I want to, I'm going to. Because this is like that first level of commitment. I'm going to get this done by the end of the year, or I'm going to get this done by January 15th, or I'm going to get this done by this date, right? So when we change our language and how we're saying certain things, that is going to change. That's going to raise our level of commitment. And here's what I want you to think too. Like I was listening to the podcast that me and Christoph did, and literally, like, you know why I do so much content right now? The reason why I record so much content right now is because I'm trying to put together a new speech. But in putting together this new speech, I have to practice my speech. And if I don't have somewhere where I can go to practice my speech, or if I'm not practicing my speech like in my house to myself, I want to be able to practice my speech somewhere else. So certain stories that I know I want to tell in a speech, I go onto my podcast and I record myself saying those things. Then I go and I record them on like a Mentor Monday. And so the reason that I'm doing this is because when the moment arises in my speech, when I can pull something from the file cabinet of my mind and I can go, mentors, why is mentorship important? Oh, because they'll give you a blueprint, accountability, and opportunity. You know where I remember saying that? In the very first Mentor Monday that I did. So like if you got a whole 45-minute speech, if you got a whole hour speech or 20-minute speech or something like that, there's these different stories that you can use that you've already been posting and you've already been talking about for like the last 2 or 3 weeks, so that once the speech comes, now you're comfortable with saying them. Y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed, but like a lot of the stuff that I'm posting that's being posted right now is literally just me doing the same speech in different places. But I'm posting them every single time. Why? Because I'd be a fool to think that everybody who follows me saw my post. I know for sure that everybody who follows me did not see my post. So I'm just going to keep posting it. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm gonna keep having the conversation. That's what I'm going. That's the reason why I go. That's the reason why I started to do the Mentor Mondays. That's the reason why I started to do the individual podcast and stuff like that. It's because I need to get used to saying the stuff that I need to say once I get on stage and they're paying me thousands of dollars to get on stage and say it. I need to have already said this stuff so that I can add something to it. And then what happens a lot of times is that when we're talking, we say something and we go, oh, I like how I said that. Damn, where'd that come from? Dang, I didn't even know I got that. I got that kind of juice. Yeah, you got that kind of juice. Listen. You need to practice saying the stuff that you're going to say in different avenues. So now I got a recording of me saying it in a speech. I've got a recording of me saying it on a podcast. I've got a recording of me saying it on a live stream. I've got a recording of me saying it in like an inspirational video that's just me talking. I'm saying this stuff over and over and over again, so that once I get on stage, it'll literally come back to me. It'll literally come back to me, right? Nene, obviously paying for the stuff, that's just going to take time. Mika, what did you say you were working on? You said you're working on a YouTube, and what else?
YouTube and just going through the curriculums that I put in my files.
Okay, YouTube and the curriculums that you put in that you put in the files. How are you doing with the calls?
I haven't had any calls this week. Last week was kind of hectic with family and the holiday. So
yeah, for sure, for sure.
But I looked for callbacks, so there wasn't no callbacks this week so far. So we're gonna get them. They're gonna come.
Yeah.
Prepared.
Absolutely. So let me ask. So in terms of that phone call, what does your phone call sound like? Like if do you have a phone call script? No. Okay. So if you're calling a school, what's the conversation sound like?
So the one that I did call, I just asked to speak to the Title I coordinator. I had her name and information because I previously called a couple months ago.
Okay.
I just introduced myself and told her a little bit about the Impulse and what we represent, and possibly working with her to come and just walk around and do a walkthrough just to get to know her in the school and stuff like that. So she ended up calling back, but I was kind of busy when she got back.
Mm-hmm.
She said she wanted to touch bases about, and she said one of the lines of my elevator pitch, which is sad because I should have known, but we gotta talk about this. This is embarrassing.
This is great. This is growth. Absolutely. She said one of the lines of your elevator pitch.
She did, and she was like, "I remembered you specifically for that line," and I was like, "Oh my god," because I forgot the whole thing.
This goes to show you that the elevator pitch works. Y'all, this is the reason why we got to have a great elevator pitch. It's the reason why we got to have a great elevator pitch. No, absolutely. No, that is 100%. So when anytime I get on a phone call and I'm calling a school, or I'm calling to speak to someone, I don't want to try to sell them on that first phone call. All I want to do is introduce myself, and I want to send them a video. Now, you might not have the video or anything like that, but if you don't, then I think you're going about it the right way. But once you get that video, hey, how you doing? My name is Jeff Young. I go by Backpack Jeff. It's far more interesting than just Jeff Young. I tell everybody you'll forget the Jeff, but you'll never forget the backpack. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm doing a lot of work with the different schools in the area, as well as the juvenile detention centers. I would love to send you a quick video just to show you a little bit of some of the work that I'm doing in the community. And if it makes sense, we can set up a time for us to meet and discuss coming to work with your students at a later time, if that's okay with you. No commitment. I don't need no commitment right now. Right. But what this is doing is this is setting up the callback. Now I have a reason to call back, because now I'm calling back to see if you watched the video. Hey, how you doing, Miss Smith? Just wanted to follow up with you just to see if you had an opportunity to watch the video and get your thoughts on it. Oh yeah, I did get a chance to watch the video. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, you know what? And I don't want to take too much of your time today. What I would love to do is I would love to send you a link. That way we can schedule just a quick 15-minute phone call. So that we can possibly talk about coming in to work with your students as well. Yeah, absolutely. So now I'm sending them the link so that they can book the phone call. If she doesn't book the consultation, then that's giving me another reason to call back. But what I'm also doing at that time is we're now engaging in a conversation back and forth, and I don't want her to feel like, or he or she, but in this example, I don't want her to feel like she has to commit to anything like right away. Like I don't want it to feel like a sales pitch, even though this is a sales pitch. It just doesn't feel like one. You know the people that I hate those people who come to my door and they be trying to sell you stuff. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Man, you tall. I was doing some work with your neighbors and no, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. First of all, I don't even like my neighbors. Second of all, I don't talk to them. Who was you doing work with? Miss, don't you know Miss Johnson down the street? I don't. I got an appointment with them. So what they got to do with me? I'm telling you, I hate that junk, yo. When me and Bree be home, they see them two cars in the driveway, boy, they be bing bong. No, stop. Leave us alone. We are not home. We are not home. We are. No, you can't see my electric bill. God damn. Do you pay your electric bill? Do you pay your electric bill? God damn, the lights is on, so somebody got to be paying this electric bill. Come on now. Yes, I pay the electric bill. Can I see your bill? I don't know where that bill is. I don't. I truly don't. We get the email, and once we get the email, we just pay it. Like that. Like it's stressful looking at that bill. But in those moments, what we said was, we got to lead with the problem that you're solving. If you come to me and say, "Hey, look, I don't want to waste your time, but I got a way that I can save you $300. It take 5 minutes. I'm gonna save you on average $300 a month. Would you be interested?" Not trying to sell you nothing. I don't want to waste your time. What I'm trying to do, what I've been able to do is I've been able to save people some money. I can save you $300 if you give me 5 minutes of your time. That's it. Yeah. All right. Cool. Bet. Now I don't want to inconvenience you, but I'm definitely going to need to take a look at your electricity bill. We be able to take a look at while you're going to grab your phone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to show you real quick because I don't want to. Right, like we gotta lead with the problem that we're solving. When you going into that school, when you connecting with that school, do you know the problem that they have? What's the problem that schools are having right now? Truancy, behavior, social skills, drugs, bullying. These are the school. How can what you do solve these problems that I have? In terms of clothes, in terms of fashion, expensive clothes, not getting the product that we paid for, wear and tear, washable. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those things. I hate shirts with tags on them. What's the problem that you're solving? We got to lead with the problem that we're solving. So when we start thinking about what our vision is, we got to write down. I need us to, number one, we have to write down where it is that we're going. And I don't want us to wait until 2025 to get this. Like we have to like start doing this today and right now, because if we wait until 2025 to do this, by that time, we already going to be a month or two behind. We're already a month or two behind. We all know from listening to speakers and listening to people talk, why are you doing all of this? Who stands to benefit from this if you become successful? Somebody tell me that. Who stands to benefit from this other than yourself if you become successful?
My kids, my grandkids.
Youth, peers, adults, anyone with special needs. I want to be able to have. I will be able to have impact within all areas of the world. Had the course correct real quick.
Yeah, come on now. Youth and adults, right? So, intimately, right? Intimately, what's your why? The reason that I'm doing this is because my 62-year-old dad is homeless and house hopping with an amputated right leg. My mom was able to buy a house, but I want her to have the house that I feel like she deserves because of all of the work that she's put in through her whole life. I want to make sure that my daughter has opportunities that I didn't have, and that she doesn't have to have the same struggles that I had, and the same challenges and the same lack of information that I had as she navigates her way through life. I want to make sure that my son is comfortable every single day with how he gets up, with being able to have food. Like, the reasons why I'm doing, like, I want to be able to retire my wife, because I want my wife to spend more time writing her movies, and I want my wife to be able to have a red carpet for one of her movies and have a premiere for one of her movies. Like, I want my wife to be able to have those things. So I have a strong enough reason why, emotionally, intimately, why I'm doing all of this. What's your intimate why?
My why is, like I said, my grandkids, my kids, to make them better, but at the same time, because of me always talking about entrepreneurship, three of my children have started going on their own entrepreneurship journey, which I love. Um, but my grandkids, like you said, I want them to live a comfortable life. They shouldn't have to struggle the way I struggle. My kids, my daughter shouldn't have to struggle the way I struggle raising them. Um, and then also, like, for the family kids, I believe that every children deserves a right to feel good, to feel cool, this and that. So therefore, that's why that was my first project, I guess you could say, is with the children's clothes, because so many kids nowadays are being bullied for any and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like my grandmother does gymnastics, dance, and shit, and she still has people in her class that are bothering her because she did. And most of the time it's because of jealousy, but people want to speak on the girls, so it hurts her feelings when people don't like her
Right.
and everything like that. So I want to be able to make their life better, make their life easier, especially with Trump being in office. We're gonna need it because we don't know what just went. We talking about getting rid of the Department of Education and this. I'm like, look, so
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes that's gonna come in 2025, and I don't even know if we as a society are ready for those changes. But it's not. I mean, I don't know what else we can do. I don't know what else we can do about, I mean, at this point we can't do anything because, it just is what it is. We don't have that power to be able to do anything about those things, unfortunately. But y'all, as we continue to go, what we can do is we can affect how we operate in this system, and we can understand, and we can try to understand why, we do certain things. Somebody else, what's your intimate why?
For me, I am going to reset the norm for my family bloodline I want to be able to give my parents some of the things I think they deserve before they pass on from this life. And most importantly, everything is within my purpose and to glorify God and use the talents He's given me.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's your intimate why?
Mine's outside of course, supporting my parents, and making sure that my kids never understand the walks of life of living in a car or outside and not knowing where the next meal will be provided. But I've always been one to always say with my why is kind of like for everybody. I want everyone to feel like they have a voice. I don't want no one to feel like they have to be silent in life because they're afraid to use their voice, which is something I've had a hard time growing up with. So that's really pretty much, that's my why.
I love it. 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 Y'all, always reflect on that. Like we literally should, like those things should be somewhere where we can see them visibly on a daily basis, because those things should be our reminders to ourselves to say, this is why I'm moving the way that I'm moving, and this is why I'm operating the way that I am operating, and I'm operating with purpose. I'm operating with intent. I'm being intentional about the things that I'm doing, about the places that I'm going, about the things that I'm seeing, and how I'm doing those things. Y'all, we literally got to stop operating out of obsession. Y'all remember y'all remember the movie Karate Kid with Jaden Smith? One of his only good movies.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, and like he literally, like, Jackie Chan literally had him doing jacket on, jacket off, jacket on, jacket off, put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, and literally it just became like these natural movements of take your jacket off, put your jacket on, take it off, drop it, pick it up, hang it up. Like these natural movements of every day became a part of his fighting style. Right. And I was like, I was amazed. Like when I first saw that years and years ago, I was like, bro, why you keep making him do this? Like, can we fast forward through this part of the movie? But it like when he started fighting him, I was like, oh, that's why he doing that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Jaden was getting his ass whooped when he was in school. Wasn't he? Boy, them Asian boys was knocking. Bro, I felt sorry for that Bama dog. My man was running home, like my man was gone. Y'all, we've got to get everything that we're doing on a daily basis is going to have a compound effect of who we become, and who we become is going to be determined by our obsession and by our why. Be obsessed with this thing, be committed to this thing, and have a strong enough reason to move every single week. Y'all, if you don't, so I'm actually going to send each one of you all this goal thing that I have, because I want to see the goal and then I also want to see the steps. All right. I want to see the goal and I want to see the steps. All right. Any questions? Any questions?
Oh,
Okay.
I want to know if I could send you a picture of the hoodies that I'm getting made.
Yeah, of course. You can always send me that. Yeah. Yep. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming on, man. Y'all know the motto: winners write history, losers become a part of the story. Keep writing your own history. I guarantee If you allow somebody else to write you into their story, they're not going to write the ending to your life the way that you would want it to be written. I will see y'all next week. Oh, I don't know about Let's Talk About It Tuesday. I forgot. Hey. I hear the whole conversation.